Uh,
How are
Hi,
you?
I'm here.
Tell me everything. I love how we're hair twinning right now.
We are hair twinning. I'm giving more of like a
You look like that guy from Gladiator.
the evil
The
one.
psycho one. Yeah. Because wasn't his hair like more like that? Like the cut? You're not psycho, but just like the cut.
I have no feelings. I am sociopath.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, yeah.
How'd your trip go?
How are you? What's up? What's new?
Not much. It's hot as hell. I just did a photo shoot for the podcast.
For the pod? What for your
I did, yeah, just
branding or something?
like a fun little photo shoot for season 2, and then we got some thumbnails that I could use. So we did like
Mm.
we went to 2 different places, and then at those 2 places I did like sad, happy, shocked, weird face, one to the side, one to the side, like, and then variate,
Hmm.
and it's just different angles. So I have I got more content than I need, which is nice.
Nice. That's good. It's always good to have more than not enough. You know.
Yeah, I didn't need that much. And then we shot at Aloha Tower, so it looks really cool because the tower is behind me
Hmm.
with the palm trees. And
Okay.
then we saw like a bench with a cool plant like wrapped around the tree, and he took a couple there, and those looked really cool. And then we went to like Kaka'ako and shot where there's murals over there.
Cute. That's so cute. Wait, which are those new or have those been there? Do I know them? Do I know the murals of Kakako?
I
Do you
think
know how things
so.
change?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know if you've been to Kaka'ako since they like renovated everything. It looks like Santa Monica. Like you feel
Oh,
like
like
you're like, it's so
Third Street
weird.
Promenade?
Yeah, like I went to a restaurant over there, like, and they were selling like avocado toast. I was like, what the fuck, are we in California? Like, what the fuck is
Oh,
this
cute.
menu? Yeah, it's very Californianized. It's kind of funny.
Cute. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, anyway, what's new besides your shoot?
that's it. And then shooting a podcast tomorrow. The same old.
How's your when's the last time I was on? Was it a year ago?
Yes, 1 year ago.
Really? That's how
Yep.
long it's been? Oh my god. How's your new year been so far?
It's been good. It's been good. I think I'm in my self-care era, just doing like yoga and red light
Your arms look good. Look
therapy.
at your arm.
Really? I don't even
Yeah.
do upper arms right now, or upper body
Oh,
right
maybe it's
now.
the tattoos tricking me. It looks
Yes.
good
Oh,
though.
thanks.
Um,
Thanks. How's
do
your
you
New
ever feel
Year's? What are your goals? Or what have
my
your
new
goals
year? My new year has been going really well so far. I started working. Started a new
endeavor?
work endeavor. I like that work endeavor. But my year's been good so far. It's been so good. I'm a little suspicious. Have you ever been suspicious of like something going well? It's like going well, and you're like, why?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is it my year?
Yeah.
Are we that girl?
You're
Is
like
there
you're
more
just
to the story?
you're waiting for someone to pop out and be like, "Psych, this isn't
I'm
real."
waiting to get like a pregnancy test back, and like something like Mari pops out, and he's like, there are four fathers. No. Yeah, no, it's been good. I just feel renewed energy. Speaking of self-care, I think putting yourself in a work environment that's healthy is a form of self-care, if you will.
Hmm,
um
definitely.
I'm glad I'm back on the podcast with you. I'm sorry it's been a year. I know we talked about like I feel so bad because I know we did our podcast and then we said, okay, we're gonna do another one together, right?
Yeah, but that was before I had like the virtual ones. I just wanted you
Yeah, I
to.
do like
Oh, you're
I
talking
like
about in
this.
person?
Yeah, but just in general, like I wanted to come back on in like 3 to 6 months, and that did not happen. And I'm shocked that that much time went by. But I think 2024 really took it out of me energetically. So it was hard to, I think, focus on anything else besides the work that I was doing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
and that's not always a positive, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I'm much happier now. So I'm glad we're on here. I'm glad we're chatting. There's no toxic people in my life anymore. I'm probably, except for myself. And that's why it should be. You know, you should be the most toxic person in your life. I'm serious. But I have all jokes aside, I have new clients, new brands that I'm working with that I'm just so grateful to have connected with. And yeah, just stay tuned. You're going to see over the next year what is about to develop. I'm just super excited. You know, it's out with the old and with the new, if you will. And I'm just excited about it.
That's good. I'm excited for you. Yeah, with the no toxic people, I think too, like people that just end up realizing they don't really align with my energy will kind of just fall away too.
Like dead skin, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They just.
Have you ever done one of those foot peeling masks?
Yes, they do them
Where you-
when I get a pedicure.
And they just all come.
Wait,
all
the gel? When they put the gel on there?
No, it's the foot peeling masks where you put your foot in like a sock, and it has these fruit acids, these natural fruit acids in there.
I think that's similar to what my girl does.
Listen,
but it's like a gel.
You leave it on for an hour. You take it. You take off the sock, and then your foot is kind of, you know, like when you get waterlogged, like when you're in the tub too long and your fingers get wrinkly.
They get
so that happens to your feet, and like off right away. But then you give it a few days, like 3 to 7 days, depending on how much dry skin you have, and all of a sudden you start shedding like a fucking boa constrictor. It's crazy.
It's amazing. I haven't tried that one, but when I go get a pedicure, my lady brings this like plastic bag of like gel, this jelly, and she puts it over my foot.
What's in it? What's in the gel?
It's like, I don't know. It's a bunch of natural stuff. I don't know. It smells like fruits. And then it just kind of like hardens, kind of.
Okay.
And then, yeah, she takes it off and then she like does her whole thing. I don't know all the Asian terms, but it's really good. And it's like it exfoliates.
She make it nice for you.
Anything I like.
She make it nice for you. That's good. That's amazing. Anyway, so the dry skin peeling off is kind of like a metaphor for like the dead skin of like the toxic people leaving our lives in 2025.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I like doing the podcast in my office because I'm home. I'm cozy. I'm in my hoodie.
I'm cozy.
You know?
What's the weather like over there? Is it hot?
Sucks. No, let me check actually. Hold on. Today,
you're like, I don't know. I've never been outside today.
No, it's 63 right now. It's 5:15 p.m. and 63 degrees. Sunset is at 7 p.m. So I still have a while. I'm gonna, after I shoot this with you, I'm gonna go on a walk with my boyfriend, with Evan.
That'll be good.
Yeah. 7:08, I think, is sunset. So according to Apple weather, so we'll see how accurate.
That's good. It is so freaking hot here.
Really? What's the temperature?
Like 81 degrees.
What's the humidity? It's 86% humidity here. What's the humidity percentage?
Oh my god, I don't know. Hold on, let me find out. Let me ask.
Look on Apple weather.
Okay, how do I find that?
The weather app on your phone, girl.
Click on today. The actual temperature feels like 84.
Okay.
Okay. Where does it say humidity? I don't know. I've never looked that up before. Oh, right here. Humidity is 62%. I don't know what that means. It's fucking hot. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's hot. Yeah, am I crazy to go to hot hit tonight?
Hot hit tonight? No, whatever.
Yeah, it's hard. That shit's hard, dude. They had this one girl in the class. She's like, oh yeah, it's blah blah blah's first time, and I was like, hopefully she comes back because this class is hard, bro. But yeah, it was fun. She I think the lady, it's kind of sucks that I look so in shape because she'll like push me. She's like, "Come on, Lucy, you're here for a reason." And I'm just thinking of like all the food I've been eating.
Just wear baggy clothes. Like, don't look hot. Just wear baggy clothes.
No, but I can't because it's so hot because it's in infrared lighting that you don't want to go in baggy clothes.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Not to like totally interrupt you, but like, is that your microphone?
This?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why did I not know that you had a microphone that was very podcast like?
I just asked you. I was like, "Do you like my podcast mic stand?" Because
Did you?
Just bought this because I was like holding the mic and I have to like do stuff. I want to like do stuff. So I was like, "Oh shit, I need to buy one of these."
No, it just hit me. I was like, wait a minute. She's giving like setup right now.
Yes, I even have a condenser, but it's extra shit and yeah. I'm trying to. So this mic, I actually got it on Facebook Market for like $15, but the other stand it had was for like a desk, and I don't have a desk. I have the chairs, my podcast chairs. So I bought this stand instead, and like collaborated and like kind of MacGyvered it together somehow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it looks very. I like the vibe. It looks very much like I have a podcast.
Yeah. I want to get one more. If I get one more and one more mic, then I can either bring it to the studio, or if I have like another podcast here, then I can just plug everybody in and then record. I haven't done that yet. I haven't had a podcast here and like recorded it. So that would be different. But
yeah, I like your studio that you use. I think just keep using that. Oh my gosh, by the way, so you're doing your HIIT workouts, right? So I'm gonna put lip balm on, so like you like your HIIT workouts, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my probiotic. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, I moisturize.
You moisturize. I'll take my. This has apple, red cabbage, lemon, ginger, cultures, whatever that is.
I love cultures. I love knowing that like there's little things inside me working to make things work. You know.
Yeah, I try to have like
probiotics, bacteria, nanobots, whatever they can put inside me to fix what's wrong. I'll take it.
I'm surprised.
So are you feeling your oats in 2025? Miss Hot Hit Hotter?
I'm just trying to be like, I have some members at the gym that are like in their 40s and they're like super fit, and I'm trying to be them when I hit my 40s. So I have to start now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing like yoga and doing the hot hit. And I can't
you
go
should
to
have started like 10 years ago, but it's good
I mean, I did.
You have been working out, yeah.
Yeah, I have been working out, but like I like the hit in the heat because it's in the infrared light because you sweat like you ran 10 miles. Oh yeah, I probably lose like.
Do you drink water or what? Do they like advise you like don't dehydrate, girl? Because if you dehydrate, like we're not.
So you would not like the yoga. I'm not gonna lie, you're not gonna like you wouldn't like the yoga because you have to wait for them to tell you to take a water break, which is like that's the challenge part. So you wouldn't like that because you would be like,
they don't know my body. They don't know if I need a drop of water right now. Who the fuck do they think they are, girl?
Do you want to hear the story of when I first went to this class? So I matched with a girl on like a dating app, but we decided to be friends. She was like, "Oh, I just want someone to like go to yoga and shit with." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Like,
wait, but who decided, her or you? Like, were you into her?
No, that she like set that boundary in the beginning, and I was like, "That's fine." Like, and then she was like, "Oh, I want someone to like go to hot yoga with," and I was like, "Ooh, I wanted to try that." And I would feel more comfortable trying it with somebody, you know, than just going by myself. Yeah. So she was like, okay, on this day, we should go to hot yoga. And we're still friends to this day. But that particular day, she went on a hike in the morning. And so she didn't feel good enough to go to the hot yoga. So she didn't show up. So my ass shows up to this hot yoga class by myself. And then this older gentleman was there. Okay. And he's like, oh, don't worry. I come all the time. I'll like walk you through everything, like, or just watch me. I was like, okay. No, it was the best. I freaking fell in love with it. I had to like sit down a couple times because I got dizzy. But that's why you have to eat a light snack before you go, like at least an hour before you go, 30 minutes before you go.
Mhm.
And then just drink a lot of water. And then you can bring water. And
What
then
do
they
they do?
have,
Lock it up and they're like, it's like you're at
bitch,
preschool
you
and
are
like you can't have
locked.
your snack yet?
You're locked in that bitch. Yeah. You're locked in there. You can sit down. Like if you're like, oh my God, I'm lightheaded, you could just sit down, take a break. Like
I
she's
hope
not
so.
gonna
What are
like,
they gonna do? Whip me? What the fuck?
yeah, no, I mean, obviously you could like take your own break, but
It's advised.
that's kind of
Like,
how you gauge like where you're at. Because then if you take the class again and you can make through everything, then you know, okay, yeah, I'm definitely advancing. You adapt, you know.
yeah.
But every
Yeah.
time you get, my trick is every time we do get a water break, I am chugging that water. Like I will chug my whole water bottle by the end of that class for
Okay.
sure.
I like that.
But I love it.
So you're feeling your oats in 2025. I'm feeling my oats too.
Yeah, just staying active and
Staying
healthy.
active. Yeah, that's good. Um, so what's your biggest like ooh moment of the year so far? Besides your hair color looking really good right now.
Thank you. It's a little whiter, but I'm always down for any Targaryen vibes. What is
No,
my
it
what
looks
is
good. I don't know if is it ashy? Mine is like golden because like I like
she
to keep my skin really tan, like with big tanner. So
she definitely sees different like colors and toners that she wants to try, and I'm very like, as long as I'm some shade of blonde, I don't really care.
yeah.
Like because my, I mean, at worst comes to worst, my hair keeps growing and then it's black all over again. Like it's not that big a deal. It's not like I'm
Mhm.
gonna walk out of there and my hair is gonna be like burnt or something, you know. And
Yeah.
that's the thing, she's so good at making my hair so healthy with like the conditioners and stuff that she uses. So I don't really care. I just let her do like, okay, cool, if you found like a cool blonde toner you want to try, like let's try it. But it actually helps her learn about like my hair and where my hair can go and stuff. So
Yeah.
but this one was definitely a lot whiter, and she was like, she always tells me like, if you actually hate it, you could just come back and I'll like change it, you know. So but I'm just like, I don't care. I
For
end up like,
free, or she charge you a fee for that?
no, if I hate
Like,
it, she would just do it for free.
oh,
Because
that's
she's like
great.
kind of experimenting with different things that she buys. Like, you know, she's like, it's like the same thing, but it's a different brand. So she wants to try it and see what it does to my hair, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Oh, so it's like experimental anyway.
Yeah,
So
like I kind of let her, like, if she finds something she wants to try that's in the blonde, then she
mm-hmm.
can try it on my hair and we can see what it is, what happens, you know?
I love it. So basically like just to see if she can bring out Rebecca.
Yes. Yes,
Should we
definitely.
explain to people who Rebecca is?
Yes. So Ben and I have a lot of these childhood random story memories. And one
Mm-hmm.
of them was, so we would play this game pretty much anywhere, but my distinctive memory is that we decided to play this game and we would play it at the swap meet, but we decided to play it at a carnival, and it was like a public carnival, all kinds of strangers. And so we just started yelling out, or Ben started yelling out like girls' names, and
Rebecca.
we were trying to figure out what name most of the people would turn around. And then we ended up like, in our experiment we figured out that most people responded to the name Rebecca. I don't know if it was like easier to hear or what, but we
No,
would
it's
just
because I
crack
was
up.
calling Rebecca, and so she looked, girl, like I know what I'm doing.
Maybe everyone knows a Rebecca, so they're like, where is she or something. But
I think
it's
it's more that
funny.
like
It's
Rebecca's
fun.
that bitch, and so when you hear the word Rebecca, when you hear
Is
that
that bitch.
name, you know what I mean? When you hear Rebecca, like it just sounds very like
Do I
like
even know anyone named Rebecca? Do you know anyone named Rebecca?
well, we met that little girl when we were kids named Rebecca. I think that's why it popped into my head because it just that was such a pivotal moment in my life, my childhood, when we were I think we were at Cam Flea Market
Oh, the
and
what
that
you looking
little
at girl? That was her name?
oh yes, that's where
Shit.
I first
I didn't realize that.
remember understanding that Rebecca was a name that was all that. You know, it was really just all that because it was so disturbing. That interaction with her was so disturbing. So I'll give you a little history for the people who are listening and they're like, what the hell are you guys talking about? So Lucy and I used to hang out. Our parents used to have several different businesses in several different places. One of the places that they used to set up their business were the flea markets in Hawaii. So a lot of tourists would go to the flea markets in order to get, you know, like souvenirs, that kind of thing. And so our parents sold different things for tourists. And so when our parents would be working, we'd wander around. Probably, I can't believe we used to wander around these places, but Hawaii is much safer than anywhere else in the world. So it makes sense to me. But
no stranger
it sounds
talk
chaotic.
to me. Yeah.
No one's gonna try to talk to me either, bro. I was a sassy little gay boy. I was like, you know, but Rebecca was the sassiest little gay
Ben knew how to call 911 too.
I mean, it's not 911. It's not that hard.
Yeah, but apparently, didn't you call 911 or something as a kid?
Okay, but let's finish the Rebecca story. So Rebecca was this little girl. She was bending over, like hunched over by the side of this van, like doing something suspicious, or it looked like she was doing something interesting. And so we were like, oh, let's see what this girl's doing. So we walked up to her and we were like, hey, what are you doing? And she turned around and she was like, what you looking at? What you looking at? And we're like, we like, it was a weird voice. And so we were just like, I mean, we didn't know what to say. We're like, what? She's like, what you looking at? And she just went with it. And then we just like didn't know what to say. And we were like, huh? And she was like mad. I don't know what she was doing. So I don't know if she was like spray painting something or like doing something she wasn't supposed to be doing on the side of the. I mean, she was a little kid, so she wasn't like doing something like illegal, but like she was definitely doing something where she didn't want to involve us, and we were. Also
I don't remember why we went up to her. We were like walking by her or something.
She was doing because we used to walk through the stalls at the flea market, and we saw her when we were walking through, and that's when we had that interaction. And then somebody called her away from us, and they called her name Rebecca, and that's how I know her name was Rebecca. And I was like, from that moment on, I was like, that was bizarre. That was weird. That girl was weird. I don't know what just happened. I'm so glad Lucy was with me because like the story made no sense. Like,
she was really aggressive. That's all I remember.
She was aggressive.
Oh my god! Now that I think about it, she was
than us.
She was the very first Cash Me Outside girl before Cash Me Outside was a thing.
She would have been, yeah. If I had my phone out and I had a TikTok,
she would have been a viral meme.
She would have been a viral meme. Honestly, like, you know, I would have called Child Protective Services because this girl was like violent. But so it just makes you wonder, like, why, you know? But she was weird, and so Rebecca stuck with us. And then I think because it was such a silly interaction later on in life, like as we grew up over the years as children, it just kept coming, and I guess adults now because we're adults still talking about this, but I think it just kept coming up because it was such a standout moment. And long live Rebecca, you know what I mean? She's going to be in our lives forever. I'm Rebecca sometimes, you know what I mean?
I wonder where she is.
You're Rebecca sometimes. Maybe she'll hear this podcast. Rebecca her parents definitely had a stand at the Cam Flea Market. Rebecca, if this is you, and you're listening to this and you remember
Rebecca, why are you so aggressive towards us?
A gay boy with a very large head, because my head was really big for my body back then, remember that? A very large head. And I think you still had your cockroach tooth. And Lucy, she was cute. Lucy was really cute as a kid, cuter than me. A boy and a girl came up to you, you were by a van, and you said, what you looking at? What you looking at? What you looking at?
It was such a song.
It was a song. And I'm telling you right now, if any producers are listening to this podcast and you just heard that and you want to take it, that's fine. Beyonce, just credit me and Lucy on the album.
We want perpetuity, for sure.
We don't necessarily need money, but we want the credit because that's worth a lot more. You know, being on a Beyonce album, that could get us a lot of gigs.
I know, I want money.
Okay, she wants money.
Yeah.
Give her money. Anyway, that's Rebecca. It makes no sense. People are going to listen to this and be like, what?
That's why we use that name. Okay, that makes much more sense.
That's why we...
I remember you came up with, like, you were the one that yelled the name, too. And then I was like, ooh, that's good. And I remember
Yeah.
it worked and people looked, and then that's why we kept using it. Because we would be like
Mm-hmm.
Ashley and nobody would look. We'd be like Samantha and nobody would look. And then
Because
we'd be like
nobody likes
Rebecca and
Ashley.
everyone would look.
Nobody likes Ashley. Nobody likes Samantha.
It's Ashley.
Rebecca. Rebecca just ignites this feeling inside. Anyway, we're overdoing it. No one's gonna get it because no one was there with us, so it's not as cute and funny.
It's
But
okay. They don't need to understand us.
yeah. Um. So, what else should we talk about? What else is on it? We have a little Google Doc that we were writing.
You're talking about not reading people's comments and then hair color ideas for me.
Oh yeah. So I have this theory, like, um, with something that I just found out. And actually, you are the one who made me realize that I don't think like you do about this. Like, I don't
Okay.
I don't go to people's posts or a post that I like and read the comments. Like, I've never done that. I have no interest in doing that because I really don't care about what other fans have to say about something. When I look at someone's social media post, I fully judge that post in my mind based on, first off, what the content is that they're posting, and then what their caption is. Like, I watch the post or look at the post, and I'm curious about the post and the caption. I guess maybe it's because I also am a creator, and if you want to call that, or like I have created things, and so I don't even care about my own comments. Like, sometimes I'll forget to reply to my comments. I have a lot of words blocked so people can't comment. Actually, a lot of words that are necessary for me to block because, online hatred. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just never, like, you sent me a post or something. You're like, oh my god, read the comments, and the first thing I thought was why. But you're not the
Because
first
to
person who said
me,
that to me. You're not the first.
sometimes like there's a funny post,
Yeah.
but what people say about the post is funnier than the actual post. Like they'll
Yeah,
make
I just think
jokes. So
people are
maybe,
stupid.
but maybe I follow a lot more like silly creators and like stuff like that, or like
I just
meme
don't read the comments because
pages.
I mean, I'll read.
Not on like regular posts, but like on like joke posts or like things that are like. I'm sure I'll think of a good example later, and then I'll. But if I sent you one,
I know
you'll
what
see
you
what that
mean.
one
No, I
is.
know what you mean. But what I'm saying is, like, I just don't. Like, if the post isn't funny to begin with, like, I'm not going to look for it to be funny because other people's comments will now make it funny. Like, it's either funny or it's not. If it's funny, I'll watch it. If it's not, I'll scroll. You know what I mean? I'll go or tap next or whatever you do, depending on what you're.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny, and then it's just funnier.
It's just funnier. But yeah, so I don't read the
No.
comments. I don't know. I guess it's like I just don't interact with posts in a binary way. I'm very non-binary in the way that I view the world in general. That's the crazy thing about it is like everyone nowadays is like, I'm non-binary in terms of like their gender or their identity, but I'm like, yeah, but you're not non-binary in the way you think, honey, because like you guys are all the same. You know,
Could be true.
not
Everyone's
you, but other people.
brainwashed the same. Yeah, could be true.
I know. I almost get jealous. I think it's because I didn't go to public school, so like, or public high school. So I
People
think
just
that age where like I would have been infected or impacted by the social norms or what was like the way to think to fit in. I never experienced that because I always felt like an outsider being homeschooled anyway. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever. So I don't know.
yeah.
But
I just think you and me think more of a way of like questioning things. Like, like I'm not just gonna take like something I hear that's like a big article and just believe it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
I
people
like to
do.
find.
They'll see something like, oh my god, did you hear that? No, no, no. And I'm like, wait, is that true though? Because sorry, some motorcycle drove by. But you know how you'll be like, is this true? And you'll like
I
send
was
me
like,
something.
Lucy, what was in that juice? No.
That was a probiotic.
Damn, damn, Nobu.
You just reminded me that I do have a juice in the fridge. I'll have to drink that.
You were gonna say, you just reminded me. I do have to fart. I'm so sorry.
No, No,
But
we just question
you have to
things.
try the Dr. Sturm press juicery shot because it's like drinking Botox,
Yeah,
literally.
I was reading it. It's they
It
also
like
have like
literally like
they also have sea moss there, and I was like,
yes, sea moss. You want sea moss,
damn.
all the vitamins and minerals and nutrients. You want
It
the from
doesn't
the
taste good
sea.
though. Yeah.
Well, that's because you have to get flavored sea moss,
Every time I go to the beach, I drink a
like
couple
berry.
gallons of water just in case.
Um,
No, I don't do that. I'm just kidding. It's not the
um,
same thing. I figured there'd be sea moss in it, but
what I do is I buy the dried sea moss and then I rehydrate it overnight for like 24 to 48 hours, depending on the type of sea moss. And then I'll blend it with like fresh organic berries or fruits so that it has a slightly like fruity or I don't know, interesting flavor. Because sea moss itself, it just tastes like I dipped my tongue into the aloe. You know what I mean?
ugh,
So I mix it with berries and it just tastes like I dipped a berry in the aloe instead.
like a smoothie. The dehydration process, that sounds like a lot of work, but I'll throw it in the smoothie.
Rehydration. Because you have to, it
Rehydration.
comes dried out, so you put it in water, and then because it's sea moss from the sea, right? It
Yeah.
absorbs the water and like just it's beautiful. It's like this jelly, gooey substance, and then you blend
Ugh.
that with the fruit, and then you drink that, and then you look like this. You look younger than
I've
you really
been I've been ordering fruits from the farm out here, like guava, and I was
are.
juicing like those kind of fruits for a while. So
You
I was
should do
juicing.
papaya,
Yeah, I do
Hawaiian
papaya too.
papaya. You know,
Papaya. I eat that a lot.
nowhere in California has papayas like Hawaii. Hawaii has the best. Like we have Mexican, uh, I think Mexico or South America. We have avocados and papayas that come from those regions, but we don't have Hawaiian papaya here, and it tastes different.
Yeah, it's
Like
not
it
as sweet.
completely different. Yeah, I don't know how to. A lot of stuff from Hawaii tastes just so much better.
I
I
wouldn't
don't
be
know
able
why.
to bring that, would I?
Mm-mm. Oh wait, from
Can
Hawaii
I
to here?
from
I think
Hawaii? I just can't bring it back, right?
you can't bring anything to Hawaii. I think you can
Yeah,
take it.
yeah.
They're like, yeah, take our fruit, bitch. But like, I don't think you can bring
Oh,
anything.
maybe I should bring you some papayas next time.
Mm-hmm.
That could be cool.
Okay.
I know a guy that works for agriculture. He's like, yeah, let me know if you want to bring anything. I was like, what? I was like, did you just tell me that I can smuggle anything I want in Hawaii? Like, what the
Don't
fuck,
say
dude?
that out loud, girl. You're gonna have the FBI
I'm not
coming for you,
gonna
girl.
I'm not gonna do that. Come on, I don't got time for that, girl.
Uh, so
Yeah,
yeah,
so
what did you do this weekend?
that's always a depressing question because I don't ever do anything.
What
I
do you mean? You did like four things yesterday. You
No,
were
I
gonna
didn't.
shoot.
I woke up and waited to do podcasts
Oh,
that
you
I
were
couldn't
gonna
do.
do, yeah. So you did one thing. Didn't you go surfing and make food with your friend?
No, I was going to. He fell asleep. I drove out there though because I was like, well, I'm gonna at least drive around the island and see
Mm,
if because I figured he would respond back and then he fell asleep.
yeah,
So I went around the island and pet horses, pulled over, pet horses, pulled over, watched the waves, ran into my friend at
that's
Aokai
amazing.
Beach.
Which friend? Can you say?
I he's a friend of a friend. Yeah. I don't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but
What a
I know him.
friend.
I know him through Justin, and he does like body surfing and stuff. And
Oh,
so I
cool.
was, yeah, it's so funny when I run
I
into
went.
people.
I went to Runyon,
Ooh, yes.
Runyon Canyon. It was actually really hot yesterday, which was nice. But Evan, for for the listeners, that's my boyfriend's name. My boyfriend Evan wanted to go to Runyon, so we went to Runyon. And I was
Good.
thinking, it's actually a good workout, even if you take the paved road up Runyon. And a lot of people might disagree or they might talk shit about it. And I don't really care because it's a good workout. Coming from like a pure technical standpoint, the incline is steep walking up that paved road all the way up to the top of the mountain. It's pretty crazy.
Do you want me to
My
tell the
ass is like,
story of when I took you to Runyon?
Well, that was different. You can tell the story. Yeah, you totally can. It's a good place to take someone on a date.
So I was like, "Oh, Ben, we should go do running," and he's like, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
And we like went the scaling the mountain way. We didn't go the like
Bitch, I'm
pathway.
not a mountain lion. She's like, let's go over here where you have to like claw onto the mountain for
And
dear
Ben was
life.
he bitched the whole time. It was
Because I
so
didn't sign
funny.
up for that. This is why I stopped going hiking with my friend
But
Spencer. And honestly,
wasn't it such a good feeling when we came up onto the path and
no,
all the losers were on the path? Like we're
no,
like, we just did the hard way. No, you
no,
didn't have a feeling of satisfaction?
no.
No.
Mm-mm. I
But
was in
at least
pain.
you
I
did
was
it.
uncomfortable. I sweat. I was sweaty. We went some weird route where I
You
was
gotta
like,
work your
girl,
calves. Your calves
we're
hurt.
gonna, I thought we were going to need to get rescued. Okay. I thought that,
Those are the only ways I like to go
okay.
in the trail. I know, I know. Now I know. Don't. I'll only take
I
you
mean,
on
it was fine.
paved stuff.
I have to
That's
be in the right mood. And I usually control the situation in most parts of my life. So like it's different. Like when I relinquish that control and I'm like, oh, let's do what somebody else wants to do, and I don't like it while I'm doing it, I tend to be very verbal about that and just let you know. Like, this sucks. I hate this. I don't want to do this. Can we go eat at Tender Greens? Like, but it
yeah.
was fun. But I was thinking, like, it's a good place to take someone for a date because then you can figure out, are they problematic? Are they difficult like me? Like, but like, can they handle the workout? How in shape are they? If that's something
So
that you want to
so
work
so
through.
you think you should put your date under physical tests?
I mean, not in this day
If
and age, we should put
I
anybody
did
who
that,
we
I'd
date under a
never.
lot of different mental tests as well. We should probably give them a drug test, a mental test, a physical test, a reading test. There's a lot of people who can't read or write in this day and age. They can't write or read cursive, which shocks me because what is in cursive that you need to know as an American? The Declaration of Independence. So if you don't know cursive, you can't read that or our Constitution. Like, hello,
I mean,
learn cursive. Sorry.
you're not going to be reading the actual document though that was written in cursive. You're going to read the
Well,
English.
if you want to verify that it's actually
Verify.
true, unless you just trust Chat GPT.
Chat GPT. So I asked it if they ever like take over humans to please not go after me, and I think I'm good. But I had ChatGPT make me workouts, a whole meal plan, a schedule.
I have nothing wrong. I have nothing against, sorry. I have nothing against Chat GPT. I just think that the problem with ChatGPT, at least right now, because it's so new to society, first off, artificial intelligence has been around for a very long time. I mean, Google itself is some sort of AI. It's always been a search engine. I mean, it's artificial intelligence in the sense that like they use an algorithm to help you populate results based on what you enter, right? But what you put into a search bar or what you put into the Chat GPT bar matters just as much as what comes out of it, right? Because think about this. If you open up ChatGPT on a MacBook and you put it in front of a monkey, tell me how much of a genius that monkey is if they don't know how to properly use ChatGPT. You know what I mean? The prompts that
Mm-hmm.
you use are just as important as the fact that it can generate really great things. But I have some very unintelligent people in my life, or I had, excuse me, past tense. I had some very unintelligent people in my life who would constantly use ChatGPT and walk around with an attitude problem, thinking that they were so smart. And I guess good for them. I mean, if it makes you feel smarter, it does. But at the end of the day, ChatGPT is only as smart as the person using it. That's what we forget. It really is, because the prompts matter. Ask any fucking LinkedIn influencer and they'll tell you that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
By the way, it's getting darker as we chat more because
No
the
more
sun's
sun.
setting. Yeah, so I just have my artificial light, just FYI.
Okay, it's fine.
But it's
It's okay.
okay. I mean, I guess ChatGPT is good. Hopefully one day as a society we are actually smarter because of all these things. You know, I just feel like from what I see, it makes people lazier. They're not actually doing the work, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I
I
want them
use
to do the
it.
work.
Yeah, I use it. Like, I won't use it to do work for me. I'll just have it like make something like more clarified or shortened or lengthened. Like, that's all I'll use it for.
Mm,
Because
yeah.
sometimes I write and I write like too passively. So like I'll put some of the like I'll write the whole thing, but then I'll put that in there and be like, make sure there's nothing passive sounding in here, and then it'll like change it a little bit around.
Mm,
So it just tweaks it, but it doesn't change the whole thing, you know.
yeah.
So, but actually, what I've been using ChatGPT for, besides like asking it for dating advice, is I'll put in a thumbnail that I. It's really
I know
good.
somebody.
I
Oh
was
my
like, would
god,
I
if
make
they
a
hear
good
this,
partner? And it was like, oh my God, yeah, you're like dedicated, you're motivated, you go to the
girl.
gym, you know fight styles. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I got my ego boosted for sure from
I mean, that's
ChatGPT.
if you're
Like,
telling me
ChatGPT is
the
so sweet.
truth. It doesn't really know you. It knows what you put in there.
ChatGPT
But
is so
I
sweet.
know
It
somebody,
knows
and
me. It gets
I'm
me.
worried. I'm kind of worried that they would hear this, but I'm also not because at the end of the day, I'm going to read. I have to read them. They use ChatGPT to respond to all their text messages that they receive from people
But why?
because they have no brain cells. No, because they're lazy as a human being, and
Like, you don't want it to
it's so
generate all of your
obvious.
thoughts, you
Oh,
know?
some people do. Some people don't have enough
Yeah,
going on. You know, there's like not enough connections
that's
up
not
there.
good. That's not good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's not good.
But,
I will ask it for like like what should I do in this situation, or like like type scenarios. Oh, but what I was gonna say
mm,
though before that was that
yeah.
I'll make a thumbnail and maybe I'm like, maybe this is like a 3 out of 10, and I'll
Hmm.
put it in like a suggestion thing where you can upload the photos. It's like some thumbnail maker thing, and I said, make this thumbnail better, and it'll show me how I can fix it to make it better, and then I'll go back and I'll just fix it.
But what is
And
better? You know what I mean? Like, who's like, what? How? What is
more
better?
viral. That's like more catchy and considered more viral that people would click on.
But what do they base that on? Like, what's
On
viral
what's popular right
today?
now. Yeah, what's popular and what's getting more clicks today, what colors. So it might say, "Oh, you
But
might
it's
want to
changed
change."
content. Haven't you noticed? Like, that's why Mr. B. Have you seen any case studies on Mr. Beast's content? Which love Mr. Beast. Love Mr. I love his content. I love his content style, but everything is just very formulaic. It's the same, and that's fine and that's great. Obviously like he's successful, but there comes a certain point. I think it's like if you're trying to exist online in order to go viral, then okay, yeah, that's good. But when are we actually just trying to exist online to just show people who we are, you know? And maybe sometimes who you
Well, I
are isn't viral, you know?
yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you ever think of that? Sorry, I just like think really
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that
deeply
aren't,
with
and
this. I don't know.
so the way that they get viral is doing these little tricks so that more people will click on their stuff. Obviously, ultimately, if you make like really
It's
boring
so
or shitty
manipulative.
content, nobody's
Yeah.
gonna watch it all the way through, and that also matters because you
Mhm.
having someone click on your video is only part one. The part two is, do you have the personality or the content to make them watch the video from start to finish? Because that's also
Does it
something
kill
that matters.
creativity though when we're sculpting ourselves and our content in order to go viral instead of creating things that are authentic to us, you know?
Yeah, you can, but yeah, I mean, I'd rather create or get help creating something that's more of like a 8 out of 10. And now I kind of like know what to look for. Like, you don't want it too busy, but you don't want it too boring. You want a title that's not too long, that gets the point across, or the images make sense to the topic. Like kind of common sense, but we
Mhm.
complicate our stuff too much. Like so now that I like kind of learned a little bit, this lady like posted on Threads and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm some social media person if you want me to like rate your thumbnails." And so everyone was sending her their thumbnails. And I was looking at a lot of their thumbnails and I was like in my mind like, "Oh, what would I tell this person like, you know, to fix
Yeah.
their I don't know. I learned a lot. But yeah, watching a lot of his behind the scenes stuff for his content is a good way to learn.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm like, and I fully get the situation with him specifically, but like, I'm also just interested in, I guess, the counter to virility, and what's the count? Like, I like underground. Like,
The
I don't like
counter to it
commercially
is to
viral stuff.
the counter to it is to just make whatever content you want. Like the YouTubers, for example, that just make videos exactly like what's popular right now.
That's what I'm
Those,
saying. I see
yeah,
so
yeah,
much of that, and then I get bored, and I'm
that's
like,
not good. And the funny thing about that is they don't actually end up doing it forever. Like they'll end up falling off because they don't have their own ideas to then do afterwards. Like if I made one video that copied a template of somebody else's,
mm-hmm,
then that's one thing. I still have other content ideas and stuff that I would do that's my own. But
mm-hmm.
people that just copy, they don't have anything else that's their own. So when they run out of that copied material, they just stop. So a
I
lot
think
of
that's why
those
I'm so attracted to like niche content, or even if something isn't super viral in terms of like commercially viral with like 18 million views, like something that I might get 60,000 views on something, and I just like it so much better than something that gets 2 million views personally, because it's just my own taste. So I think maybe that approach is kind of how I approach my own existence online. Maybe it's bad for me, but at the end of the day, I also feel like that's authentic to me. So
there's also like really
lots to think about.
stupid shit that gets viral. I have to take a picture of Nobu. He looks so cute right now.
Oh my god, send me the picture. Send me. I'll look it on my phone. Oh my gosh, send it to me live on this
This
podcast.
is this is like his face. He knows I'm doing a podcast, so it's like, don't interrupt me, please,
He has
sir.
been good. He hasn't been barking. Oh, but he
He's
can't hear
very
my voice, right? Oh
he's
my
very
gosh,
good.
he's so cute.
He's a very good boy.
He looks so. Oh, he's alert. He's ready for your attention, though, huh?
Yeah,
So,
I know. Should I
how old is he now?
see if he'll come here? He's 4. Come here. Wanna come to mom?
Four?
Come.
I can't believe he's
Wanna sit with
4. I
me?
remember when you were still trying to
He's
figure
here.
out what to name him. Remember?
Yes, because
Remember
I
that?
adopted him on May 15th, which is your birthday. And I was like, oh, I should ask Ben if he has any suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
And
I did.
Did I have like a suggestion that I was thinking before that I gave you or something? I think I had an idea. I can't remember what it is though.
I actually don't think that I said Nobu first, or I might have like supported that, but I think I said something like sushi, or I don't recall, but I know it was something. You know me, I'm random with my suggestions. Like I named my dog Louie.
I think you did give me it though. Well, in Japanese, it means trust, faith, or conviction. And I think
It's also a restaurant, though.
I Googled that, and that's also why I liked it.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, I kind of like that. And Nobu was born.
He was born.
And now he's a good boy with so many toys and treats, and he's just spoiled. And he has a grooming appointment coming up.
Oh, that's good. What do they do? Do they squeeze his anal glands?
I think so. They anal express his anal glands. They give him a haircut.
What actually is that? I don't even know what that is. What is
I don't want to know what that is. They like push on the gland or something and it like empties it out. I don't fucking know.
What's in there?
I'm not Googling that shit. It's probably just bacteria buildup.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why that popped into my head, but
No, it's fine. We can Rachel would probably know like all the specifics, which I have no
Oh,
interest in learning.
Rachel. I miss
Yeah, I think
Rachel.
she's coming back to Hawaii soon. But no, they give
Where
him a
is she now?
bath in Japan, Alaska. I don't know, Alaska, Alaska.
She's always around, all traveling around, huh? With her life and her family and does she always bring her animals with her when she can? Yeah, she must. Yeah. She's an animal lover.
I don't know how many she has herself, but I don't think she's gonna bring them to Hawaii.
Oh, I don't think it's hard to bring any animal to Hawaii.
Yeah. She's not gonna bring them here.
Yeah.
But no, I think she lives in Alaska because her husband's in the military. But yeah,
Yeah.
they clean Nobu's ears and give him a haircut and bathe him. And he
Mhm.
smells so good. I just hold him and sniff him for like hours and hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he's
so
a brat
cute.
though. Like sometimes he'll be sleeping and he'll be like next to me or like in between my legs or something.
Mhm.
And like I'll like adjust. I won't even like touch him. I'll just like maybe like move one leg, like when you switch legs. And this motherfucker's like growling at me, and I'm like, "Excuse me, you're the one laying on my leg, like, what the fuck?" But last night he was having nightmares, or he was dreaming, because he was like moving
Wait,
and going,
was he like
yeah, and then he would like kick his leg like he's running.
That's so cute.
I know.
Louis does that.
Sometimes I wake him up and I'm like, "Hey, your life's perfect. Nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong.
You don't pay any bills,
You don't pay bills.
None of my dollar bills."
You're just a stay-at-home hoe.
I know. I wish he could generate me some money. That would be nice. Get like
He
one
probably
commercial,
could.
Nobu. Yeah, he could get like one commercial, right?
Do they have dog agents in Hawaii? You should get a dog agent. He's cute.
I don't know.